Most people thread their sewing machine wrong, and that's why it jams, skip thread, or sound scary. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to thread your Brother FS70WTS and wind your bobbin the easy way so it runs smoothly and quietly as possible even if you are an absolute beginner. Hi, I'm Helena and welcome to Curve and Stitch. If your Brother FSWTS has ever jammed, made a cracking loud noise, or chew your fabric, this video is for you. Today, I will show you step by step how to wind a bobbin on the Brother 70WTS, how to insert the bobbin in the top loading bobbin case, how to thread the top of the machine, and how to bring up the bobbin thread and test your stitches. Watch to the end because I'll also share simple tips that can stop broken needles and save your fabric. Before we start, let's quickly look at the main parts of the Brother FS70WTS so you know exactly where we are going. On the top of the machine, we have the horizontal spool pin. This is where the thread sits. The bobbin winding spindle. This is where we put the bobbin to wind. The bobbin winder stopper. This little part stops the bobbin when it's full. And the thread guide. This helps the thread travel to the right place. On the front, we have the tension area and thread path. This is the U-shape where the thread goes up and down. The take-up lever. This metal arm that moves up and down when you sew. The needle area with the needle clamp and then the presser foot. And down here, the top loading bobbin case with a clear cover. The feed dog, those little teeth that move your fabric. Let's start by winding the bobbin because a badly worn bobbin causes half of the problem beginners face. First, turn on your Brother FS70WTS. Place the spool of thread onto the horizontal spool pin on top. On the slide pull cap to hold it in place. Make sure the cap is not small than the spool or the thread might get caught in it. Now we follow the bobbin winding path printed on top of the machine. Take the thread from the spool and pass it through the first thread guide on the top like so. Wind the thread around the bobbin winding tension disc on the top of the sewing machine. Now take your empty Brother bobbin. Pass the thread through the small hole on the bobbin from the inside to the outside. Hold the thread tail with your fingers. Place the bobbin onto the bobbin winding paddle on the top right. Push the bobbin to the right until it clicks. The machine will switch to bobbin winding mode. Now gently press the start-stop button or use the foot pedal. Wind slowly at first. Let it go around several times, then stop and trim off the extra thread tail. Then continue winding until your bobbin stops moving. As you can see now, the bobbin has stopped moving. This is an indication that the bobbin is full. So
you need to now go ahead and take it out.
Now, let's put that bobbin inside the machine the right way. Open the bobbin cover just like so. Your machine may be top loading or front loading. Mine is top loading, so I'll open it from the top. Place the bobbin inside with the thread unwinding in this direction. Then pull the thread into this little slot and then under the tension guide in the bobbin area just like so. You should feel a slight tension when you pull the thread. Leave a short tail or use the bobbin thread cutter to cut your thread just like so. Then close the bobbin cover just like so. If you are not sure which direction your bobbin should turn, check the little picture next to the bobbin area. Most machines have it printed there. If this step confuses you, don't worry. After you've done it a few times, your hands will remember even when your brain doesn't. So don't overthink it. Now our bobbin is set and ready. Let's go ahead and thread the top part of the machine. Now the fun part, let's thread the top of our machine so that everything runs smoothly. Put your thread back on the spool pin if you removed it. Make sure your presser foot is up before you start. This is important. When the presser foot is up, the tension disc opens and the thread can go in properly.
Again, be sure that your needle is on the highest position. You can do this by using your needle position button or your hand wheel.
Now go ahead and follow the thread path which most machines have. So go through the first thread guide on top of the machine just like so. Then bring the thread down the right side of the front channel just like so. Then wrap it under. Then bring it up the left side. Now hook the thread into the take-up lever. Make sure it goes through the eye of the lever. Bring the thread back down towards the needle, following any small guide on the way. Finally, thread the needle from front to back or left to right depending on your machine model. Check your manual if there's any difference. If your machine have an automatic needle threader, you can go ahead and use it just like so. Leave a tail of thread about 10 to 15 centimeters or a few inches
so that when you start sewing, the thread will not just slip out. If you have not already subscribed, can you please go ahead and do it now so you don't forget. Now we are done threading the upper part of the machine too. On this machine, you can start sewing without bringing the bobbin thread up. But for the purpose of this video, I'll go ahead and bring the bobbin thread up. You can do this in two different ways. One, you can use the hand wheel or the needle position button. So you need to first switch on your machine if you haven't already. For now, you don't need to do anything to the default settings of your machine. So when you switch it on, whatever is there, you use it. Press on the needle positioning button 1 to take the needle inside the feed dog. Then press it again to bring it out. You see a little loop with the bobbin thread. Hold the upper thread and pull it a little bit. You see the thread coming out with it. Gently pull the upper and lower thread together and place them under the presser foot like so. Or you can use your hand wheel to bring the bobbin thread up. by turning the hand wheel on the side of your machine towards you one full turn.
Watch the needle go down and come back up. As it comes up, you will see a little loop of bobbin thread appear under the needle. Use your hand or a little tool to pull this thread out gently. Now you have both threads, the top and the bottom. Pull both threads under the presser foot and towards the back of the machine. You are now ready to sew.
Before you sew on your roll project, always test on a scrap piece of fabric. Place your scrap fabric under the presser foot like so. Lower the presser foot using the lever at the back like so. Choose a straight stitch on your sewing machine, that's in any basic stitch. Use the default width and length. Gently press on the foot pedal or use the start-stop button to sew a few stitches. Listen to the sound of the machine. It should be smooth and steady, not banging or not loud and angry. Now check the stitches. The top stitches should look neat and the bottom stitches should also look even. No big loops. If the stitches are loose or messy, retread the top thread step by step. Make sure the bobbin is in the correct direction and under the bobbin tension. Make sure the presser foot is down whilst you sew. Most of the time, it's just a threading issue and not a broken machine or not you doing something wrong as a person. Now let's quickly recap what we've learned today. Always thread with your presser foot up. 1. Wind your bobbin evenly, no loose loops or tangles. Make sure the bobbin turns in the correct counterclockwise direction in the bobbin case or cabinet. Bring up the bobbin thread before you start sewing. Do a quick test stitch on scrap fabric anytime you retread or change thread. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching and until next time, bye bye.